In this part of the video, I talk about eBay's Better Business Bureau response, and I talk about a few more examples that happened to me last year in terms of sellers sending me junk and my leaving negative feedback that was removed. In part 3 of the video, I will talk more about what I think our responsibilities are, buyers, sellers, and eBay, generalizing it. Here's what the Better Business Bureau replied to me when I asked them about my specific situation and why all of the feedback I had left had been being removed. Their reply directly, and I'll put it on the screen so you can read along as I audiobook it for you. I've researched several transactions from the period you've cited in this complaint, and I see several of the sellers were top rated at the time and offered 30-day or free returns. We find a buyer's complaint will quickly be resolved either by accepting their buyer's return request or refunding the purchase when a seller is top rated. As such, a top rated seller with free or 30-day return policy qualifies for feedback protection. It's important to understand this protection is accessible to all qualifying sellers. Should you want to learn more about eBay top-rated seller performance requirements and protections, please refer to the link provided, and they provide a link there. So as you can tell, not a single one of the transactions I had initially submitted to them, I sent them 5 different examples. Not a single one did they address individually. They just use a broad brush to paint away. Even in their verbiage there, I can see several were from top-rated sellers. Well, yeah, several were and several weren't. I'm going to overlay here several examples of the feedback where I left and where it was removed. These are screenshots. Some are top-rated sellers, some aren't. So the question, once again, that deserves further development or digging into is there hanky-panky involved? Or is it something to do with me? Obviously, you know the tone where I'm going with this video, but their policy seems to be removing negative feedback when it makes sellers look bad, because the buyer would then get pertinent information. And of course, sales would decrease if buyers knew that sellers were out here selling garbage cards. So eBay's policy, in my opinion, is to protect their bottom line by any means necessary. Now, you can agree or disagree based on your circumstances or your experiences, of course, and let me know by all means. Maybe I'm just special. I don't mess around when it comes to shitty companies with shitty policies that end up impacting the consumer's bottom line or end up impacting the hobby's bottom line.
You dipped!
See my PSA video. I've talked about Topps and Panini extensively with their quality control or lack thereof. I just don't like playing games with companies where they do things that I feel like manipulate the consumer out of their money.
And will the hanky-panky